Good evening there, folks, and welcome to your midweek bumper quiz. Another edition for you on the way. I'm glad you can join us. It's good to see you. Even though I can't see you, but it's nice to have you with us. As per usual, 4 rounds on your way. When I've been setting up this quiz, I must admit, I thought, it's a bit difficult this week, I think, Gary. But we shall see. We shall see how you get on. As I say, I wasn't too sure how difficult it was, but aye, it's a little testing, shall we say, this week. Not deliberate. I wouldn't do that. As I say, it's just sometimes the way these things can turn out. But yes, we have another one on your way here. Two rounds tonight, 2 connection rounds for you. I've got in store. I've got and 2 listening in. I don't point to my ears there, but 2 listening in quizzes as well. But that will all be explained as we head on our way. I'm just going to silence my phone, folks, because it's sometimes, I'm a very popular person here, and it can be quite. Very rarely get any messages. Right. Aye. I don't know why they're. Right. So, as I say, round 1, we usually always start off with a connection round, and a Brucey bonus or 2 for you. So, hope you are all keeping well out there. There's the typical Erdinger head. We're ready to get underway for you this week. You know how it works with the old connection round. 9 questions on their way, and there is a connection between all 9 answers. Well, there should be. Okay. I think the connections are pretty easy. It's maybe some of the questions are a wee bit difficult. Right, so here we go with question number 1. What is a name given to a standalone episode of a TV series used to sell the show? The same term can be given to preliminary study prior to a. Should I put an A in there? To a preliminary, which means I need to say that word again, study prior to the full-scale project. So I'll read that again. What is a name given to a standalone episode of a TV series used to sell the show? The same term can be given to a preliminary study prior to the full-scale project going live. So what do they call that? What term is that? In the TV world, they'll release an episode, or they'll make an episode just to try and sell it to TV companies. And what's that called? Come on, you all know that, don't you? Absolutely. I should have wrote my office chair down here. Kitchen. Not doing my back any good at all. But yeah, what is a name given to a standalone episode of a TV series used to sell the show? The same term can be given to a preliminary study prior to the full-scale project. Right, okay, we move on. Question number 2. Which city is known as the Arab capital of Israel? Which city is known as the Arab capital of Israel? So cheers to you, folks. You've had a good week so far. Yeah, weather's been pretty keek. There's a good wee Scottish word for you, keek. Okay, so that's question number 2. Which city is known as the Arab capital of Israel? Question number 3. In common law, what is the process in which bystanders are summoned in the apprehension of someone in the act of committing a crime? In common law, what is the process in which bystanders are summoned in the apprehension of someone in the act of committing a crime? As I say with this one, maybe when you get that connection, you can come back and you can look at it and you can think, that's what that might be, is the answer. As with all connections, that's why I kind of like the connection round. I just fixed my microphone here. That's why I quite like it, So that's question number 3. In common law, what is the process in which bystanders are summoned in the apprehension of someone in the act of committing a crime? Right, question number 4. What is the title of the Cecile Aubrey novel of 1965 about a boy and his dog that live in a village in the French Alps, near the Italian border? I'll throw that bit in. The novel has been adapted into an animated series and a movie. What is the title of the Cecile Aubrey novel of 1965 about a boy and his dog that live in a village in the French Alps near the Italian border? The novel has been adapted into an animated series and a movie. And it's a French novel. Essentially, it was the French author. I think she's also an actress, a filmmaker. Yes, indeed, yeah. What's the title of the novel? A lot of people in my generation may or know for the book, but for the animated series. And the type of dog, and I'm giving you a clue here as well, because this is where I get mixed up. It was a Pyrenees dog, and I used to think that the film was set in the Pyrenees. What bang? Is that fireworks going off already? Bloody disgraceful. Anyway, that was question number 4. Question 5. Who was the commander of the Republic of Texas in the Battle of the Alamo? Who was the commander of the Republic of Texas in the Battle of the Alamo? I think it may have been fireworks. Maybe it's my stomach. Do you know what it'll be? It's actually probably somebody taking out their bin or something. Don't know. It's fireworks for sale this year. Oh, really? I think somebody taking out their bin. Go past my house. Don't know why you're so suspicious about that, Gary. It's quite a normal practice for somebody to be taking out their bins at night. I usually go to 3:30 in the morning, wake everybody up with my bowls, rattling at the bowls there, rattling away. Anyway. Right, question number 6. What is the Cantonese word for the devil? The term was used in an 80s movie to refer to something. What is the Cantonese word for the devil? And the term was used in an 80s movie. Sure, it was an 80s movie. Was it? Aye, that's what it was. It? Double check. Sure, it was an 80s movie. Absolutely positive. What's that? Talk amongst yourselves. What is the Cantonese word for the devil? And the word was used. Of course it was an 80s movie. The word was used in the term of the word. It's a word we're looking for, was used in an 80s movie. No, I'm not wanting you to write it in the sort of Chinese, Cantonese sort of style. It's the way we would know it in English. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Right, question number 7. What is the name of the criminal family in the movie The Goonies? What is the name of the criminal family in the movie The Goonies? And actually, I said to the wee man, when was it? It must have been last weekend. I said, do you want to watch a film? Aye. I said, you want to watch The Goonies? Because I thought, I want to watch something I'll enjoy as well, Bit selfish that way, I don't want to sit and watch Frozen or something. Anyway, I said, do you want to watch The Goonies? And he was like, aye. I've seen it before, Dad. I went, okay. He said, I mind, I watched it with you. I went, all right. I said, so we've stuck it on, sat down, usual. Crisps, chocolate, brilliant. Sit there. I didn't realise how much swearing there was in it. Thought about a lot. And then I'm looking at it, and the brain saying to me, it's a 12. And I'm like, is it? I didn't realise. But anyway. But what was the name of the criminal family in the movie, The Goonies? Right, question number 8. Who was the eldest son of Archduke Karl Ludwig of Austria? Who was the eldest son of Archduke Karl Ludwig of Austria? Right, I'm going to tell you here because actually there was more to this question, and I've just realised that I had a major incident with this earlier on the night when I was typing up these questions. And I lost PowerPoint a couple of times, and I thought it had saved, but it's obviously no saved that wee bit. But basically, I'll add a bit more to it off the top of my head, if I'm right here. Who was the eldest son of Archduke Karl Ludwig of Austria? Right, he went on to become heir to the throne of the Austro-Hungarian the Austro-Hungarian Empire after the death of his father in, I think it was 1889. I think it was. But anyway, who was the eldest son of Archduke Karl Ludwig of Austria, who went on to become heir to the throne after Karl Ludwig died in 1889? Right, okay. And he became heir to the throne to the Austro-Hungarian Empire. And again, you might be thinking, geez, Gary, European history and European monarchy and stuff like that. It's not my cup of tea, but if you get the connection, you might know. There was maybe, I will say, an easier question I could have given you relating to this person, but I wasn't going to go down that route. Right, question number 9. Which US state is known as the Lone Star State? Which US state is known as the Lone Star State? I was watching a wee clip there before starting this tonight, and it was, I think the reporter was Channel 4 News. That's Channel 4 News for me, and the reporter was in Arizona. And by the way, Arizona's not the answer here. And they were at one of these parades, where they fucking, where you're right, Stars and Stripes Americans are, Anyway, they're all going along there, and the reporter's going on, they're all voting for Trump, Trump, and all that. 4 more years. Oh. Anyway, talking to this wee woman, and she's saying, "Oh no, I could never vote for Biden. No chance. He'll have us all locked up in concentration camps like they do in China." The woman's going, "Really?" Said aye. They'll lock every one of us up into a concentration camp. You just watch. So that'll be interesting to see if Biden does get in, if he does do that to the folk of Arizona. But they're actually saying that they might, I think once in its history, Arizona's voted Democrat. And it might vote Democrat this year. But anyway, which US state is known as a Lone Star State? That's the main issue there. And question number 10 is, of course, what is the connection, folks? What is the connection to that? Remember, you can rewind it back and look at them again if you do so wish to. If not, you can at the end submit your answers to me, and I will have a wee look at them when I get a chance. Aye. I know the football's on tonight, folks. Champions League's back and all that, but whenever you're taking part, you can send them. You go until tomorrow morning, folks. Right, let's get a wee bit of music while you think over that, and let's go for an old classic. Don't like the lead singer anymore, but anyway, here we go.
I'm the sun and the air of a shyness that is criminally vulgar. I am sun and air of nothing in particular. You shut your mouth, how can you say I go about things the wrong way? I am human and I need to be loved, just like everybody else does. the sun and the air, of a shyness that is criminally vulgar. I am the sun and air of nothing in particular. You shut your mouth, how can you say I go about things the wrong way? I am human and I need to be loved, just like everybody else does. There's a club if you'd like to go. You could meet somebody who really loves you. So you go and you stand on your own, and you leave on your own, and you go home and you cry and you want to die.
Aye, how soon is now? How soon is enough time for that? I think to be played out because it can go on that song. It can really go on. But that was the Smiths, of course, with How Soon Is Now. Well, how soon is it to the next round, Gary? It's going to be happening the now. And it is Name the Movie, folks. Name the movie. You're going to hear a piece of music, and you tell me from which movie that song is best associated with, which the movie that was originally used in, and so on and so forth, right? I just want the movie. I don't want the artist name or the name of the single. It's just the movie we're looking for, all right? Right, so here it is, number one here, right? And I just, with this one, I just need to get to the start. Oh, no. Oh, I was ready to play the music round there. Don't want to be doing that, Gary. Bloody. Right, we'll just get this to the wee part that it is. Okay, here it is, your first one. Alright, so that was number one. Remember, as I say all this at this stage, you can rewind them back and listen to them again. But that was your first one. We're just looking for the name of the movie that song is best associated with. Same with question two here. Here we go, folks.
Get your motor running, head out on the highway, looking for adventure, and whatever comes our way. Yeah, I gotta go make it happen, take the world in a...
Alright, so that was number two there. Just check my glass there, sorry folks, because there's a bit mock it at the bottom. Inside it. A dishwasher. Right. I'm like, oh god. maybe that's why sometimes after a few air dingers at night, I'm not feeling that great in the morning. Poisoning myself. That's all. Right, anyway, number 3. Here we go. Same applies to this. Remember, we're looking for the movie and the particular one of this series of movies, folks.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here. You can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along.
Alright, yep, clap along there if you feel like a room without a roof. Anyway, right, number 4. So remember, we're looking for the movie, and this is number 4. Which movie is this? And again, like the previous one, I want the specific series of movie. I'll give you half a point if you give me just the movie. You know what I'm talking about.
There used to be a graying tower alone on the sea. You became the light on the dark side of me. Love.
Alright, okay. You'd probably know the song very well, but what movie was it for? Right, number 5, we move on to. Same thing applies here. I'll maybe just get this one a little bit as well. Okay. Which movie was this in? You see, it's no the Grand National, because that's what I mostly associate it with the Grand National, BBC Grandstand Grand National. But anyway, which movie actually is it taken from? Okay, right, number 6. What about this one? Yeah, what about this one?
The heat is on the street, inside your head, on every beat.
The heat is on. Anyway, sorry. That was number 6. Name the movie. And we move on to number 7. Oh, you get this one, Nae bother. Sorry there, getting a bit carried away with myself there. Classic that, of course. But which movie was it from? Come on, you should get that one. This one's a bit more difficult, number 8 though. I love it. It's a great wee song. But maybe you might not know the movie. But if you do, credit to you. Credit to you. singer, don't you? Yeah. But what was the film? What was the film? Give you a clue, it was late 90s. And it was a British movie, but it had American stars in it. Anyway, enough said. Here we go with number 9. You'll know the song again, but do you know the movie?
Won't you come see about me? I'll be alone, dancing, you know it, baby. Tell me your troubles and doubts. Give it.
There, of course. Simple Minds there, of course. But what was Simple Minds, of course, featured on my radio show on Sunday, and they arrange the songs in the correct order. Join us again this Sunday at 11 o'clock for more. This week's featured artist is Stevie Wonder, by the way, folks. Stevie Wonder. I wonder what order they'll be in. Anyway, sorry, I digress. Here's your final one. And we have to end on this note, didn't we? We always do. Hands in the air, folks. Brucey bonus there, folks, because it is a superb song. I'll let this play out while you think over the rest. You can rewind and do what you need to do, but I'll let this one play out. Alright? I just made my mind up there and did that. Enjoy. Turn up. Oh, and of course, guess the movie.
She was a lipstick boy, she was a beautiful boy, and tears boy, and all in your inner space boy, you had handgirls boy, and steel boy, you had chemicals boy, I've grown so close to you boy, and you just grown boy. She said come over, she smiled at you boy.
That, of course, was I played out number 10 of the movie quiz there of, so which movie was that in? We all know, didn't we? Surely. Right, okay. Let's move on to your next round, which is another connection round. Yes, indeed, another connection round for you. So, same rules apply here. Here we go. 9 questions, they all have a connection. That's question number 10. And here we go with question number 1. Which city in southwestern France is the capital of the Nouvelle Aquitaine region and famous for wine as well? Which city in southwestern France is the capital of the Nouvelle Aquitaine region and it's famous for wine? Yeah. Strasbourg. No. Changed my class year, of course. I just had to make that decision. Had to be done, folks. Got to keep my health, in order here, Yes. Right. Okay, so that was question number 1. Question number 2. Which Italian football club, known as the Rossoneri, was founded also as a cricket club by Englishmen in 1899? Which Italian football club, known as the Rossoneri, was founded also as a cricket club by Englishmen, I've added that bit in 1899. The English part might help you if you know, you might. Aye. Known as a Rossoneri. It's no Roma. There you go. Just Gary always puts because it's that. I'll just tell you it's no Roma. Because they were actually founded much later than 1899. And now I'm going back to my question about the old Archduke in the first round. I'm thinking, did I get that 1899 year? But it was around about that time, if you know what I'm talking about. This club was definitely founded in 1899. Which Italian club known as Rossoneri was also founded as a cricket club by Englishmen in 1899. Question number 3. What is the state capital city of New Mexico? Or as I like to say, New Mexico. And when, you've got to be careful there. And when its name is translated to English, means Holy Faith. What is the state capital city of New Mexico? New Mexico. And when its name is translated to English, means Holy Faith. Holy Faith. Could be the name of your rock band, aren't they? Holy Faith, yeah. Or some bird. Person, woman. Yes, sorry, bird. Bird, Gary, for goodness sake, son. A bit of decorum and professionalism about you. Bird. Anyway, what is the state capital city of New Mexico? That is a question. Right, question number 4. Honshu. Your hon in your shoe. Is the largest island in which country? Honshu is the largest island in which country? It's a country that's got islands in, basically, and Honshu's the name might give away, Gotta give a Honshu. No, that's a quite word now. I gotta give a Honshu. Shoe. Shoey. So Honshu is the largest island in which country? Question number 5. Which city was the capital of Burma until Britain annexed the country in 1885? Which city was the capital of Burma, or Myanmar, as it's known internationally, until Britain annexed the country in 1885? What's the name of that country? No, country, city. Sorry. Which city was the capital of Burma, or Myanmar, whichever you like to call it nowadays, until Britain annexed the country in 1885? Been watching a bit of Partridge of late, and I've started to really discover, Gary, when you're doing this, your voice starts to go into it's either a race commentary voice, or on the far side, or a bit of Partridge thrown in. It's a mix of the two. A mix of Sir Peter O'Sullivan and or Peter Bromley, I would maybe say, Peter Bromley and Alan Partridge. Classic. You always lose. Back on gold again. Fantastic. Right, question number 6. Khartoum. Khartoum is the capital city of which African country? Khartoum is the capital city of which African country? That's where your motor goes when it dies. Goes into a Khartoum. It's one of the ones, isn't it? Because I remember Khartoum is like, I've heard of that city, Khartoum, but bloody which African countries are the capital of it? Yeah, there you go. Okay, Khartoum is the capital city of which African country? Question number 7. Which Indian snack typically consists of spicy dried ingredients such as peanuts, chickpeas, and lentils? Which Indian snack, which I think's bowfin, man, typically consists of spicy dried ingredients such as peanuts, chickpeas, and lentils? And I am a man. I am a man. Let me just check that. Yeah, I am a man who enjoys my Indian food. But put a bowl of that down in front of me. Don't like it, man. There's parts of it that's fine, but it's like, you don't want to rifle through and get it, but no. Which Indian snack typically consists of spicy dried ingredients such as peanuts, chickpeas, and lentils? Question number 8. Which Mexican peninsula separates the Caribbean Sea from the Gulf of Mexico? I say Gulf of Mexico, and also is where the city of Cancun is located. Which Mexican peninsula separates the Caribbean Sea from the Gulf of Mexico, and is also where the city of Cancun is located? So within, obviously, Mexico, but there's a peninsula. I love that word, peninsula. I think it's a fantastic word. Gary, you're going a bit weird. Stop that. Right. Aye. So, what is the name of that peninsula? Just sounds a good word, doesn't it? Peninsula. Mexican peninsula. Is it? You've heard it. I'm sure you've probably heard it. Especially with regards to the connection, you've probably heard it. Right, question number 9. Which is the largest island in Asia and contains part of the nations of nation? I've not worded this one properly, so just say it out, Gary. Which is the largest island in Asia and contains part of nations such as Indonesia, Malaysia, and Brunei? Which is the largest island in Asia and contains part of nations such as Indonesia, Malaysia, and all of Brunei? In fact, I think it does it on all of Brunei, but yeah. Aye. I think it's actually, I was quite surprised. I'm sure it's the 3rd largest island in the world as well. But it is definitely the largest island in Asia, in the continent of Asia. Bigger than Honshu, by the way. So what is the largest island in Asia and contains part of nations such as Indonesia, Malaysia, and Brunei? Okay, and question 10 is, of course, what is the connection there? What's the connection that connects them all up there? Okay, remember, as per usual, you can rewind them back and have a wee go back and look over them again. That's up to you, completely down to you, folks. For the moment, we'll get back to the music and we'll play a bit of this, a bit of Doves. Quite right.
You can't
The brilliant Doves there, folks, with Black and White Town, referring to satellite towns, a bit like Stuart, to be honest. But actually, the video for that was filmed in Tory Glen, would you believe, in Glasgow, by the director Lynn Ramsey. Very good director. Just did that film, Ratcatcher. Catch it if you've never seen it. It's quite a good film. Right, let's move on to your final round, folks. Hope you are bearing up. Sorry, I can't have done that, but right, round of 4, as per usual, as I've been doing the past couple of weeks, is name the song and artist and the year of these new entries on the top 40. So the songs you're going to hear were new entries on the top 40 of this week in years gone by. Yep, as simple as that. Okay, so name the song, you get a point for the song, a point for the artist, and a point for the year if you get them all correct. That's 3 points per question. So an opportunity to gain yourself 30 points here. Lovely. Lovely if you can do it. So you hear about 30 odd seconds of the intro to each song. The mix-up of years can go way back to the 60s, right up to the present day. So here we go. All right, so here is your first one. All right, song, artist, and the year. This was a new entry in this week's charts. First one's pretty simple.
She keeps a Moet Chandon in a pretty cabinet. Every case, she says, just like Marie Antoinette. A building a remedy for Khrushchev and Kennedy. At any time, an invitation you can't decline. Caviar and cigarettes, well versed in etiquette, extraordinarily nice. She's a kid.
All right, so okay, so that was your first one. Question number 1 there. We move swiftly on to number 2. Same thing applies here. Song, artist, year. It was a new entry in the top 40.
I still dream of Organon. I wake up crying. You're making rain, and you're just in reach. When you in sleep escape me, you're like my yo-yo that glowed in the dark. What made it special?
All right, so that was number 2 there of that. Name the song, artist, and year, and the same applies, of course, to this one, number 3, folks.
Drop my truck midway to the motorway station. Fairlane crews coming up on the left-hand side. Headlight shining, driving rain on the window frame.
Okay. Remember, you can rewind them back if you wish to and hear them again. Apologies for that. Here we go. We're straight on to question number 4. Same rules apply here. Here it is.
You dress me up, I'm your puppet. You buy me things, I love it. You bring me food, I need it. You give me love, I feed it.
Okay, so that was number 4. Let's move on to number 5. Song, artist, and year, folks.
I know I may be young, but I've got feelings too. And I need to do what I feel like doing. So let me go and just listen. All you people look at me like I'm a little girl. Well, did you ever think it'd be okay for me to step into this world. Always saying, little girl, don't step into the club. Well, I'm just trying to find out why, 'cause dancing's what I love. Oh, yeah. Get it, get it, get it, get it. Get it.
Okay, so that was number 5. Let's move on to 6. Song Artist in the Year. Yes. Okay. Right. Remember, it's the year it was of this week that it was a new entry in the charts that we're looking for. All right. Right. And number 7. Number 7. Here we go.
Bury a jar of shower sing when the girl is born. Surely enough, the wine will age till she's fully grown. Don't fade into the night soon. Enough, the world will end while the lantern is bright.
All right. I'm probably a wee bit more difficult. Okay, that was number 7. 3 more to go. Here we go with number 8. Song Artist in the year it was a new entry in this week's charts.
Yo, this is headliner from Arrested Development, and right now you're in the midst of a celebration of life, death, and the struggles of our ancestors.
Check it out. Let me hear you say, whoa, whoa, yeah, yeah, whoa, whoa, yeah, yeah, whoa, yeah, whoa, yeah, whoa.
Yeah. Right, here's your penultimate one. Name the song artist in the year with this one.
I've tried before to tell her of the feelings I have for her in my heart. Every time that I come near her, I just lose my nerve as I've done from the start.
Right, so that was number 9. And here comes your final one, folks. Final one. Name the song artist in the year. I always like to end off with a wee belter. It's a bit selfish of me, but I don't care.
Out of control. Out of control. Out of control.
It's one of the ones like with the Born Slippy song I could maybe just play on for this, but I'll know. You should get the name of the song though, at least. At least gives you a point there, for goodness sake. Right, okay. as I say, you can rewind them back and listen to them again if you wish to. If not, or when you have done that, you can send me your answers. If you wish to do that as well, it's up to you. It's up to you. You make that decision. The answers will be coming up soon for you to check them off, and we will see how you've got on. But if you are sending me your answers to, make sure you do it. You don't do it like, midnight or something tonight. Do it at least before 10 o'clock. Or 11. Right, okay. I'll get you your answers soon. And for the meantime, let's have a bit of this cool wee tune. Lovely. Jungle. Beat 54. All good now, it is. It is.
One love, you're heading on your own love. Time not to be there. She says she won't care. And now you had something. Before you had nothing. I don't want to care. But your love's real. And it's an odd thing. I cannot be your whole world. We sit on the fake grass. And I won't believe that. And I never had enough for you. But you said someone will come and replace me. How can you replace me? While it's true, it's all good now. When there's nothing, 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 that's all that's you and mine. And these tears fall in the sunlight. When there's nothing, 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 that's all that you and mine.
Please don't stop the video stop. Please don't stop the video stop. Please don't stop the video stop. Please don't stop the video stop.
One love, you're headed on your own love. Time not to be there. She says she won't care. And now you had something. Before you had nothing. I don't want to care. But your love's real. And it's an odd thing. I cannot be your whole world. You sit on the fake grass. And I won't believe that. And I never had enough for you. But you said someone will come and replace me. How can you replace me? While it's true, it's all good now. When there's nothing, 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 that's all that you and mine. And these tears fall in the sunlight. When there's nothing, 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 that's all that you and mine. Got no time for me. You ain't got no time for me. Got no time for me. There's no time for me. Got no time for me. You ain't got no time for me. Got no time for me. You ain't got no time for me. While it's true, it's all good now. When there's nothing, 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 that's all that you and mine. And these tears fall in the sunlight. When there's nothing, 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 that's all that you and mine.
Please don't stop the video stop. Please don't stop the video stop. Please don't stop the video stop. Please don't stop the video stop.
Jungle there with Beat 54. It's all good now. It is indeed. Right, okay, folks, let's get back to it. Let's get your answers now for the quiz. Round one, of course, was the connections. The first of your connections. Question number one: what is the name given to a standalone episode of a TV series used to sell the show? The same term can be given to a preliminary study prior to a full-scale project. That is, of course, a pilot episode, a pilot study. Question two: which city is known as the Arab capital of Israel? That is Nazareth. Question number three: in common law, what is the process in which bystanders are summoned in the apprehension of someone in the act of committing a crime? That is a hue and cry. Question four: what is the title of the Cécile Aubry novel of 1965 about a boy and his dog that live in a village in the French Alps near the border of Italy? The novel has been adapted into an animated series and a movie, and of course that is Belle and Sebastian. Question five: who was the commander of the Republic of Texas in the Battle of the Alamo? That was William B. Travis. Question six: what is the Cantonese word for the devil? The term was used in an 80s movie. That 80s movie was Gremlins, and it was, of course, the wee creature, the Mogwai. The Mogwais. Question number seven: what is the name of the criminal family in the movie The Goonies? That is the Fratellis. Question eight: who was the eldest son of Archduke? See, I've written it there, and see, that was a wee bit off there, sorry. Who was the eldest son of Archduke Karl Ludwig of Austria, who became heir to the throne of the Austro-Hungarian throne after his father's death in 1896? I was 3 years out, I think I was, but anyway, it was Archduke Franz Ferdinand. And question nine: which US state is known as a Lone Star State? That is, of course, Texas. And the connection was, of course, Scottish bands. Pilot, Nazareth, Hue and Cry, Belle and Sebastian, Travis, Mogwai, Fratellis, Franz Ferdinand, and Texas. Right, let's get to the movies, folks. I was playing songs such as this one. Of course, that is Martin Offler from the theme from Local Hero was number one. And Steppenwolf with Born to Be Wild, which was from Easy Rider.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say.
Might seem crazy what I'm about to say, but you don't get up. Well, you won't get much points if you just put Despicable Me. It's Despicable Me 2. I'll give you a half a point if you just said Despicable Me, but the actual was Despicable Me 2, and of course that was Pharrell Williams with Happy. Number four. Of course, that song is Kiss from a Rose by Seal, and it is from Batman Forever. Batman Forever, which is kind of like Batman 3, I think. So I'll give you half a point for Batman, but Batman Forever gets you a point. Okay, right, number five. That sad music, of course, is from The Mission. The Mission is Ennio Morricone with, of course, Gabriel's Oboe. Question 6.
The heat is on.
The heat is on here, folks. Did you get it right? It was, of course, Beverly Hills Cop. Beverly Hills Cop. That was Glenn Fry with The Heat is On. Right, number 7. Of course, it is best associated with being in the Pulp Fiction. That is Miseraloo from Dick Dale and the Deltones. Dick Dale and the Deltones. Right, number 8. Of course, that is Bjork with the help of the producer David Arnold on Play Dead. But the film was The Young Americans starring Harvey Keitel and Morton. I always say Morton V. Course, but he played for Sally. The guy that was in bloody Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings, the same type of bizarre nonsense fantasy movies. Can't be deal with that. Anyway, here's number 9. Of course, that is Simple Minds with Don't You Forget About Me. Of course, don't forget about me. But that is from the movie The Breakfast Club, the big 80s Brat Pack movie, of course. John Hughes, the director. Great wee film. Anyway, and number 10 was, of course... That was, of course, Underworld with Born Slippy, which is, of course, from the movie Trainspotting. So there is your roundup of them there. Number 1, Local Hero, Easy Rider, Despicable Me 2, Batman Forever, The Mission, Beverly Hills Cop, Pulp Fiction, Young Americans, Breakfast Club, and Trainspotting. Right, round 3 was another connections round, folks. Question 1, in which city in southwestern France is the capital city of the Nouvelle Aquitaine region, and famous for wine, of course, is Bordeaux. Question number 2, which Italian football club known as the Rossoneri was founded as a cricket club as well in 1899 by Englishmen? That was AC Milan. They have a St George's Cross on their badge. That's my minute. And the Rossoneri means the black, and the red and blacks. And that's it, struck the plane. Question 3, what is the state capital city of New Mexico? And when its name is translated to English means Holy Faith, that is Santa Fe. Santa Fe. Where's Santa? Remember, that was the old famous question, wasn't it? In which, where is Santa Fe? And the guy went and said, there was a Glaswegian guy on a quiz show, and he said, the North Pole. And they went, no, it's New Mexico, mate. It's a wee urban myth, that, of course. It's like the fuck do I know thingy. I'm not going to that. Anyway, right, question number 4. Honshu is the largest island in which country? That is Japan. The fuck do I know one? If everybody was wondering what you're talking about there, Gary, it's an old joke about a Scottish commentator at a Rangers and Dynamo Kiev game. And I don't even think it was a Rangers Dynamo Kiev, because Rangers won the game 2-0 anyway. But Russian guy scores a goal for about 40 yards right into the top of the net, and the commentator missed it, and he turns around to his colleague and he says, who scored that? And the guy turned around and said, fuck Diano. And the guy went, fuck Diano with a pile driver from 40 yards. Anyway, that's an urban myth. Question number 5. Which city is was the capital of Burma until Britain annexed the country in 1885? That was Mandalay. Question number 6. Khartoum is the capital city of which African country? That's Sudan. Question number 7. Which Indian snack typically consists of spicy dried ingredients such as peanuts, chickpeas and lentils? That's a Bombay mix. Question number 8. Which Mexican peninsula just wind that back there. Which Mexican peninsula separates the Caribbean Sea, of course, from the Gulf of Mexico, and also is where the city of Cancun is located? That is the Yucatan. And question number 9, which is the largest island in Asia and contains part of the nations such as Indonesia, Malaysia and Brunei? That is Borneo. And what was the connection, folks? Well, I'll give you it says it there. It is, of course, with this great this wee one.
Every woman, every man, hit me with your rhythms. The deserts of Sudan and the gardens of Japan, from Milan to Yucatan. Every woman.
Anyway, Better not, that's me, I've played an unplanned song now, so it might get copyrighted and then the whole thing needs to be cut out. But anyway, the connection was, it appears in the lyrics of For Hit Me With Your Ribbon Stick. These are all places that appear in those lyrics. They do. They absolutely do. Right, let's swiftly move on to your midweek music quiz one.
She keeps a Moet Chandon.
Of course, that was Queen with Killer Queen. So a point for each of them, and that song was a new entry in the charts this week in 1974.
I still dream of organal.
That is Kate Bush with the song Cloud Busting, and that was a new entry in the charts this week in 1985. Number 3. 2468, never too late. The song is, of course, 2468 Motorway by the Tom Robinson Band, and that was a new entry in the charts this week in 1977. Number 4. That is You Pay My Rent. That is Rent by the Pet Shop Boys, and that was a new entry in the charts this week in 1987. Number 5.
I know I may be young, but I've got feelings too.
That is Britney Spears with I'm a Slave for You, which was a new entry in the charts this week in 2001. Right, your next one, number 6. That is Harry J. All-Stars with The Liquidator, and that was a new entry in the charts this week in 1969. There you go. Right, number 7.
Bury a jar of shower sing when the girl is.
Yeah, that was The Move with Chinatown, which was a new entry this week in the charts in 1971. Number 8. You actually at the beginning heard the name of the band, if you caught it. It was Arrested Development with People Every Day, which was a new entry in the charts this week in 1992. Would you believe that? 1992, I can't believe that. Right, penultimate one, number 9. That was Every Little Thing She Does Is Magic, and by The Police, of course, and that was a new entry in the charts this week in 1981, folks. And your final one, number 10.
Running deep right through my blood. Your naked body's lying on the ground.
That was The Chemical Brothers with Out of Control. You should have got the name of the song, Out of Control, which was a new entry in the charts this week in 1999. 21 years ago. Featuring the guest vocals there of Bernard Sumner from New Order. Right, I'll confirm them with you. There you go. Have a look at that, folks. Remember, a point for each correct one. Name of song, name of the artist, and the year it was a new entry in this week's charts. Okay, so you can pause me there if you wish to just double check that. All right, okay, folks, that is you. Right, that is it. Thanks again for tuning in for another pub quiz. Midweek bumper quiz. I'll be back again, same time, same place next week at 8 o'clock. It will be released just a bit before then on the YouTube channel. Or or not just or, but you can, of course, join me on a Sunday on my Twitch channel. If you follow me on Facebook, you will get the link to it there. If you don't follow me on Facebook and you follow me on YouTube, it is twitch.tv/GMcDaniel88. Twitch.tv/GMcDaniel88. And that will get you to, or just go to Twitch TV, twitch.tv and search for GMcDaniel88, and that will take you to my channel. And you can tune in from 11 o'clock to 1 every Sunday, and there's music, quizzes, and lots more going on, and you can get involved as well. But so good if you can join us. If not, I'll see you here back again next week at the same time, same place. It's been a pleasure having these folks.
Now I like to say goodbye to all my fellow friends. And if you like this shit on here, I'll see your ass again.
I will indeed, folks. You stay safe out there, quizzers, and I'll catch you sometime soon. Bye-bye.